evening and welcome to another edition of the Home Service Live with us lot. If you don't know who we are by now, obviously you've not been watching the show before. So I will introduce myself. I'm SoulOhm Mark. Over on your right, yes, you're right, that is Steve BFG, and down below, in the bottom there, is our wonderful Betty Dillygaff Porter. Hello, good evening. Hello everybody in chat. Hello everybody on the replay. There you go, and that's it. Right, good night.
A quick congratulations to Mr. Gibson, who got engaged last Thursday.
Congratulations.
Good lad.
Good lad.
Bless you.
2 seconds, I need to open this window a bit more.
Oh, you're not farting again, huh?
Yeah, thank God this isn't smell-o-vision.
Oh. So how's you?
I'm fabulous, mate. Fully recovered after Saturday. How'd you follow on from the bitches?
It was hard. It was hard following on from the bitches.
It was.
It was lovely to see him, though.
Oh, fantastic. Gailey, how fabulous is she looking?
Yeah. She's looking hard.
Mine, so was Bunny and Mama Vapes. Hello.
We looked hotter. Just saying.
I think opinion might be split on that one, son.
I know something's fucking split, but I don't know if it's an opinion.
If you soiled yourself.
Again.
I don't know, but I think I need to go and get some bicycle clips.
Little rosebud.
Oh, apologies, people. I had a homemade curry tonight, and it's rather.
I like the expression.
Is it like don't sneeze, cough, or fart because
Good. No.
it may have lumps.
It may be lumpy.
Oh, it may be lumpy.
You sick puppies. Right, shall I say a swift hello and good evening to the participants?
I think you ought to.
I would do, but the list is knackered.
Really?
Is it?
Yep.
Wow, what's wrong with the list?
Shit, I'm on Slack chat.
It's showing SoulOhm and that is it.
Really?
Hold on. You want me to do it?
Yes, please, darling.
Jeebus Christ, hold on. No, wait a minute. No, mine's just done it at all. Hold on, what the hell's going on here?
Well, my stream's healthy.
Oh, here we go. Good evening, Adam Stone.
Hello, Adam Stone.
Mr. Bill Richards.
Hello. Darling.
Steve Black Country Vapor.
Stevie.
Jasper. Don W. Maxie M. You're getting huggles, mate, because you keep calling me Ali again.
You're a proper little again.
I'm overcome with emulsion. Fee!
Oh, goals!
Free Rider Vapor. Good evening, sir. Gary. F1872. How are we doing, sir? Hope you're keeping well. John Vaping Joker. Good evening. Kev WXM. And now a word from our sponsor. Hello. Keep taking the tablets, Steve. Good evening. Good evening, Liz Koval K.
Huggles!
Mama minge herself. I'm not going to be able to do this again, am I?
No.
Damn Net Reality. Hello. Something called Nightbot. Mr. Norse Vapor. Good evening, sir.
Mr. Norse Vapor. Hello, sir.
Good evening, Red. Good evening, Shane Gibson. Congratulations yet again. Mr. SoulOhm. Hello.
Hello.
Don Vaping Pasty.
Hello.
And the lovely Vapor Queen Becky. Hello. That's all I've got in the participants list. Let's see who I have missed.
0 milligrams. Who let Betty do the shout outs?
Mr. Hodgson did.
It's nice having the Sean Connery effect to it.
I should have done it in his accent. Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Alton Shelters Live.
Boy, you're a shite for sure eyes.
Are those knickers silk or satin? I think that's everybody.
Is that everybody?
I think so.
That's everybody. Oh, Norse is in. Good evening, Norse.
I
Hello,
said
Norse.
good evening, Norse.
All right.
Pay attention. You're in the fucking bad books anyway, Hodgson.
Yes, you are in bad books.
Fuck you,
So right,
Einstein.
so we might as well get this out of the way. If any of you guys out there in Chatland saw us on the Misfits on Saturday evening, there was a bit of a revelation. Mark and I were shocked down to our shocked even down to our boots. I couldn't believe it. I had to go and take a fucking Valium. It was that bad.
It was that bad.
Mr. Hodgson doesn't like Back to the Future.
No.
So, we're looking for another presenter. Somebody-
As Mr. BFG is now working his week's notice.
He's on gardening leave as we speak. So, I've been thinking about this now because the excuse that you made was in the third movie that
It was a train.
Yeah, that kind of fucked you off was a train. Now, I've been thinking about this. What else was he going to fucking make the time machine out of? It's not as if he could shove a flux capacitor up a horse's ass, is it?
Right. The first movie was good. It was fresh. Yeah? There was the unspeakable business with his mum trying to cop a feel, but we'll leave that to one side. In the second movie, he lost the machine. Yeah? Which he also did in the third movie. Yeah? In the second movie, he fixes his own cock up. Yeah? Which is extended out into the third movie.
He fixed his own cock. What?
He fixed his own cock up, didn't he, in the second one?
Yeah, but
Okay.
it wasn't Marty's fault in the second one.
Yes, it was.
He got struck by lightning and he got sent back to 1885.
What, Doc Brown? Yeah, but the
No,
overall
the DeLorean.
yeah, but the overall plot of the movie was Marty fixed his racing mistake, yeah, and went on to have a full and happy life in film 2.
Yeah, but
What?
Doc
That was
he got struck by lightning.
all
He spun
three
upside
was.
down and
Yeah, it was just a rehash of the plot points from 1 and 2. It was an extender. It didn't add anything to it.
It did, well, to a certain extent it did because it gave you the history of obviously the McFly family, the
Tannins.
the confrontation between the Tannins, the way that the town started off, Clint Eastwood,
Where the
Yeah.
clock tower came from.
yeah.
And where ZZ Top came from.
Back to the Future could have stopped after 2. Quite happily.
When you think about it, and if you remember when it was actually released, Back to the Future 2 is basically 2 and 3 in one. It was a one film story.
And they split it.
They had to split it because of the length of time.
It was shit. 3 was shit.
You're a Philistine.
Whatever.
You're a Philistine.
You have your opinion. I have mine. I
Yeah,
have my
but-
likes. You have yours.
Yeah, but ours counts. Yours didn't.
I thought it was a sweet train.
I must admit, I'm going to be 100% honest here. It wasn't my favourite either.
I mean, come on. If we're going to be honest about it, 2 and 3 are nowhere near as good as the impact of 1 was.
No.
It never will be. For starters, neither of the other 2 had Johnny B. Good in it.
Alan.
Oh, Alan.
Mr. Anderson, Mark H as well. Hiya. On the kind of subject then, regarding trilogies, do you think there's other movies out there? Sorry, folks, there's probably won't be any vaping discussion this week because Steve kind of opened a can of worms to a certain extent. On the subject of trilogies, do you think, in your own opinion, and you guys out there in chat, that there are other trilogies out there that should have stopped at the first movie?
So,
Yeah, I'd go with that.
the first Saw was absolutely fantastic. Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed the rest of them, but the original premise of Saw, I thought was absolutely, it was one of them ones that really made you think about what would you do to stay alive. We've mentioned this topic before, and I still say that they should have left that alone. Same with Highlander. They should have left Highlander as a standalone film.
Yeah, I'd go with that one. Although I did enjoy Highlander too.
I did. I enjoyed it, but they could have quite happily just had Highlander.
Oh, Highlander 2 went.
I just thought the comedy bits with Connery were brilliant.
Yeah, we've got some people are putting that in chat. Final Destination.
Oh, that went
Not one
on
I've
too
ever
far.
watched.
The Fast and Furious. Or Fast and Furious. They're just taking the piss now, to be honest.
Yeah, but they're not even the original premise anymore. They've gone...
No, it's just become so bloody ludicrous now, to be honest with you. They've become these, what would you call them, mercenary, bloody...
Graham, you'll burn in hell for that.
International thieves and all the rest of it. Jaws, I would have said stop at 2. 2 wasn't greatest, but it was all right. Jaws, I would have stopped at 2. Rambo, I'm going to be honest, I've only ever saw it the first one.
First Blood, I loved the First Blood, and especially when it first came out. The others, not so much.
It's weird because it's like the Rocky with the Rambo.
Oh, that's what Gary's just put, Rocky.
The older ones, the ones later in the series, when they sort of rebooted Rocky at 5.
Oh, wait a minute, hold on, can I hold you there?
Rocky
Can I hold you there?
Balboa.
Bunny!
Bunny!
Sorry, buddy, carry on.
When they rebooted Rocky, as it were, with Rocky Balboa, and showed him from like Mickey's side, that was some film. You know, the battle worn old horse. You know, everybody wanted to put him out of pasture, and he's still thinking he's got some fight left in him. That was a brilliant film. I mean, 4 was a bit iffy. 3 definitely with Clubber Lang. But then you had the death of Mickey, which, you know. But with the Rambo ones, the one where Rambo was taking the church, you know, the what do you call them, missionaries through Thailand, that was brilliant. You know, 2 and 3, yeah.
As I say, I've only ever watched 1 from start to finish of the Rambo series. I haven't watched the rest of them.
I've watched...
And the same
2.
with Rocky as well. I think I've watched 2.
See, I've watched all the Rambo, I've watched all the Rockies. I mean, Rocky shit. I did 1 to 4 in a marathon at Retford Cinema. It was brilliant.
I mean, I'm a mega big Hellraiser fan. But in hindsight, I would say they should have stopped at 2.
Yes.
After
Well,
2,
Prophecy.
it went cheesy.
The Prophecy, that should have stopped after the 3rd one. Shouldn't have been any more after that. Because I mean, at least you got
there's a lot
Christopher
of
Walken
films
in
that
the
you
first
saw, like,
three.
they've got they wanted to create a franchise. There's loads of them.
Gary, them's brave words. Should have stopped Star Wars too.
It's not his brave words. Did you see what Graham wrote?
Oh yeah, it's all Graham's.
No, I didn't see what Graham said. Why? What did Graham say?
Should have stopped after the first one. Let me think. The Home Service.
That's why I said he was going to burn in hell.
We can take that in the chin. We don't care.
Me and Betty have got some serious chin.
You speak for yourself. Mine bends. Look.
I like to think of mine as Spartacus.
Talking about films, I know it's slightly changing the subject slightly. Am I right? There's going to be a new Crow.
Yes.
Reboot, yeah.
Liz. I thought I saw an advert for it. I know there's going to be a Clark's 3 as well.
You don't want to see who they've got playing the Crow.
Who?
Some pale, skinny, effeminate. No. Just does not fit in.
I don't. Who?
Yeah, but didn't they say that about him who played Thor and Loki when that first came out?
No, because Hemsworth.
They weren't.
Hemsworth. He fits the Thor character.
Oh yeah, totally. But when Thor first came out, them two weren't exactly well known.
You see what I mean, Stevie?
Yeah. Do you know who's playing Eric Draven? Bill Skarsgård. If you don't know who Bill Skarsgård is, he was the actor that played It. He played Pennywise.
All right, he's the Crow.
He's playing Eric Draven, yeah.
Ooh. Yeah, I see what you mean.
Not working for me.
I think there's a lot of classic movies out there that they should not touch. They should leave them well alone.
I mean, me personally, I think that they're only trying to do that to get a franchise out of it.
Yeah.
But Brandon Lee followed the look and feel of the original comic. You know, Eric Draven was slim but muscular. You know, the rock and roll star, you know, you could pull it off. They've already proven with anything after The Crow that different lead men don't work. You know,
It's like trying to remake Queen of the Damned.
Yeah, you couldn't do it.
You couldn't do it. You could not do it. She's the only one that could do that.
Mind saying that, did you see her husband just got 30 years?
Yeah.
I never realised she was married at 15.
No, I didn't.
Right. I'm with Mr. Anderson. Star Wars, the original trilogy, should have stopped. The prequels were shit, and so were those last three were absolute fucking drivel. Those last three were just remakes of the original trilogy.
I don't know.
It's a tough one, that one.
And I enjoyed Revenge of the Sith. And the last three, I think that opens up a lot more doors.
I just think the last one, they rushed it.
Yeah.
The whole...
But everything they did tied in with canon.
It tied in with canon, yeah, I agree. But the problem with it is, so like, how did they not know that he's just built this massive armada?
Because it was buried.
It was so like, nah. Where did he get the finances to afford all that lot?
Cheers, Zan. Love you too, dude.
Even that.
So, have you all watched? Has everyone watched Obi-Wan?
Yes.
Can we talk about it?
Go on then.
What did you think?
I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it, but I felt a little bit disappointed
Why?
because they left everything until the last bloody episode.
But
Yeah,
obviously,
Why did they need to bring in Leia for so long? They could have narrowed that little bit down.
that could have been made into a film rather than the series that they did.
Hmm.
A 2-hour film would have covered that, rather than stringing it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was more about the journey of Obi reconnecting with the Force. And he needed that emotional kick that he got from Leia.
No, we wanted to see Darth Vader get his ass whooped again.
He
And
did.
Qui-Gon Jinn.
Qui-Gon turned up.
Yeah. Right at the end.
Yeah, because he wasn't ready to see him. After he'd beaten Vader and accepted it wasn't his fault, that's when he saw Qui-Gon.
Is there going to be a season 2 though?
I don't know.
Because it needs that, doesn't it?
Right, we've not let too many spoilers go. People are getting upset here.
I didn't
boat
realise
sinks
he
at the
hadn't
end.
seen it. Well said, Gailey. Star Trek movies started getting crap towards the end. I don't know. I quite like the alternative timeline reboot. I thought that was a good idea.
Oh, evening, Gailey.
Oh, those Gailey Bubs. It was lovely seeing you the other night.
Indeed. The new Transformers shouldn't have been made.
One thing that I am looking forward to is the new series coming out. The, Resident Evil. The trailers on that look absolutely fantastic.
Is it following the similar line to Welcome to Raccoon City?
That I don't know.
Because that was actually a pretty good film. Even if it didn't have what's her face in.
Well, she was never in the games anyway.
No. But it was more stripped back to the first two games. It was good.
But
But
yes, I'm looking forward to that.
I'm intrigued. When's that out then?
I think it's beginning next month. It's on Netflix.
Resident Evil.
I'm trying to find. A minute.
And Thor looks interesting as well.
Well, Thor's just following the God Killer story arc from the comics. That's well worth it. That's a good little story.
Yeah, but Gru's going to be in it. Sorry, Groot. And talking about Gru, that's out as well now.
What?
New Minions.
Guardians 3. Oh, New Millions. Yeah.
Mm.
The Rise of Gru.
Can't wait to see that one.
I can't find a date for that.
I'm almost certain it's next month. They've been advertising it enough.
Was Welcome to Raccoon City, which is the sort of reboot. That was good.
I'm sure it's called
here we
something
go.
like the
Here
umbrella.
we go.
It's called
July.
something umbrella.
Thursday, July the 14th.
Yeah.
Whether that's the States or it's worldwide, I don't know.
You just started watching The Boys. Well, I've got to admit, I'm up to par, and yes, you were right, Steve.
I know.
Oh, it were good. Oh, it was really good.
I've not watched it yet.
The first 3 episodes were a bit, like I was saying, it's a bit same old, but then all of a sudden it just...
Boom.
And it did go boom.
See, I love having read most of the comics. I think I probably missed out on about 10 or 15 issues, and that was it. So when they said Hero-gasm, I knew what to expect.
Yeah. I thoroughly enjoyed it, honestly.
Although the comic was very different. Very, very, much racier.
Well, it can be, can't it?
Shocking.
I mean, there's certain things on they've got away with, but do you know something? I love the, you know, when they was doing the adverts, they did Imagine and that lot. Well, that's directly taking piss out of famous people in America, that. Oh, I had complete direct. The one where they did the energy drink as well.
Yeah.
That was a girl with Pepsi. That advert.
And
I
was
remember
based
that
off-
advert.
That was based off the 60s where you had the hippie putting the...
No,
flower into the
it's not.
soldiers'
It's more
door.
recent than that. Yeah, it was some girl. Back in, I think it was sort of like 2018, 2019, somewhere around there. It was a Pepsi
Bloody hell.
advert.
But the fate, all I can say is if you've just started watching The Boys and it's the first series, stick with it. It gets a bit gruesome, but it's well worth the ride.
It is.
Well worth it.
Some of it is brutal though.
Oh, it's very brutal. It's not one you watch in front of the telly while you're having, with tea on your lap in front of the telly.
Well, nobody's going to see me on Saturday. Stranger Things.
Oh, is
Coming
that
out
out on
tomorrow
Saturday?
night, but I obviously can't watch it tomorrow night. But oh yes, Stranger Things. Can't wait.
Zant wouldn't dream of putting any spoilers in, mate, at all. Just leave it there. The Ring reboot. Oh, God, I hope not. They ruined it with the American version of as it was.
They're going to do another Ring. Why?
Because the American version was shite. It just took all the facts out and then placed it into this lifeless husk.
Yeah, I know Faxi, but I won't be able to watch it tomorrow night because I've got visitors. I've got a visitor coming.
I can sod off if you want, mate.
No. And then I'm live on the Sav show.
What time's that?
10 while 11, I believe.
No
So,
worries,
yeah.
dude.
I'm an internet whore.
He sold his house, soul.
I have never sold my arsehole, I tell you. No. So yeah,
Oh,
I'm going to be on Savs on tomorrow night, which I'm right looking forward to.
Yes, you. Where's Dave anyway?
I must admit, I'm looking forward to Judge Dredd Mega City 1.
When's that due out?
I just have not said yet.
Who's playing Dread though?
I don't know. I'm trying to find that out right now. Carl Urban said he would love to come back and play Dredd, but whether...
He was a perfect Dread.
Fist bump to Dave. Hope you're alright, buddy.
Dave is there. Evening, Dave. I thought I'd seen you. And Bill says, not what I heard, Mark.
Not very nice. So what is the? Yeah, that's a good point. Is it a reboot TV or film? The Ring. Because they seem to be doing a lot of that now lately, aren't they? Turning films into series.
No,
Yeah.
no. The Grudge was a completely different film series, but that was, I think that was Korean. The Ring, a similar sort of supernatural set film, but
Wasn't it Buffy out to Buffy the Vampire? She were in Grudge,
Yeah,
wasn't
that was the one with the hand came out the back of her head or something, wasn't it? The Grudge.
yeah, The Grudges, yeah.
The
So,
Ring's the one where she comes through the television after so many rings.
yeah, but those three, if you can get your hands on the original, I think, not sure if they're Korean or Japanese.
The Korean.
If you can get your hands on the first three Koreans, even though it's subtitled, it scares the shit out of you. It is so creepy. There's not many horrors that leave me sort of, I'm not putting the light off.
Saying that, the Cranes make some really... I mean, Old Boy, I love that film. Just
so
don't
much
watch the
better than the
American
remake.
remake, for God's sake.
Yeah, I must admit, the American one, just no.
It's just nothing. There's just no anything in it. I mean, a friend told me about Old Boy, and it's all like, oh, subtitles. I've got to admit, I'm not the biggest fan of subtitled films. I'm really
Yeah,
not.
but it works.
And the reason why, I find it distracting. I lose, because I'm busy reading the subtitles, I'm losing the visual side of it. So I don't tend to watch them. But that, I was hooked completely.
Because the guy, where the Americans went wrong, they got this big bruiser, didn't they? It was Josh Hamlin, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Didn't work. In the original Korean movie, starts off as an average Joe Bloggs, doesn't he?
That's all he wore, an average Joe Bloggs.
And you've got no idea why anybody would kidnap him or whatever. And it's just brilliant bit of film. I agree with that one, Bill. The Yanks should never be allowed to remake any foreign films, including ours. But when you look at it, I mean, like Leon, La Femme Nikita. La Femme Nikita originally was a French film. And then the Yanks got their hands on it and killed it, and then they turned it into two passable TV series.
I've noticed, I think, especially with Disney films as well now, they're going down this cringy bit. I don't know if you've noticed, no matter what film it is or what they're actually touching, it seems to end up with a similar kind of story. The bad person you end up feeling sorry for because they repent.
Yeah, I don't know where this
there's a lot of that going off. I noticed it in Doctor Strange. Don't get me wrong, thoroughly enjoyed it, but the basic storyline is exactly the same. It's sort of like the evil, naughty person realizes their errors of their ways. It's sort of like, is it just lazy writing or what?
Yeah, but I remember we're a generation where the good guys wore white and the bad guys wore black, and the white normally always won. It was only the anti-heroes in the 70s where the bad guys started winning.
Yeah, but it's this repenting bit that if you're going to be a bad guy, be a bad guy.
Well, if you look with all the shenanigans with abortion and all the rest of it, you're not telling me there's not a religious base for that.
Oh, I'm talking about films.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is the moral mood of America seems to be taking a step back 40 years.
The moral of them in America is pitchforks at dawn.
Yeah, but they seem to be the evangelists and the religious crew seem to be suddenly popping out the woodwork left, right, and centre. But anyway, we don't do politics, so
Yeah.
yep.
I was going
Adam,
to Another SoulOhm witch hunt, I think. Gordon the Witch.
To be fair, Scorsese's Departed was a good film, but it wasn't a patch on Internal Affairs. It was a direct rip-off. I mean, you had some big names in there: Matt Damon, Jack Nicholson.
Hi, Ross, fist bump, help me up.
Hey, dude. It's not a good bad guy role unless it's played by an English actor. I agree completely.
Why is it English actors are always bad guys?
Because we do such a good job. Even Hugh Laurie was fucking intimidating in The Night Manager.
Oh, The Night Manager, that were a blooming good series, that. Craig, hey up, dude.
Gary Oldman and Leon.
Oh, God, yes. He was fantastic. I love that film. I know it's got some ropey material to it, but... Well, not ropey, shady, shall we say. There's still some question marks over the relationship between Leon and the little girl. But...
Well, they said they were going to make... They were going to do a Leon too. Well, although he's dead, it was going to be that Natalie Portman basically followed in his footsteps, but it never came to fruition.
It's a shame because I think there's a lot of scope in that. A lot of scope in that.
I think she's too busy swinging a hammer at the moment.
Oh, tell you, you're in for a treat with that Love and Thunder. There's some quite big development plot points in that. I think for the next stage of the MCU.
Well, the thing is, was that Chris Hemsworth said he's not hanging the hammer up for quite a while to come yet. He says he's quite happy to play the Thor characters for as long as they need him.
Well, you've got to remember the comics already dealt with a lot of this, where Jane Foster becomes the female Thor. So, and it's a bloody good role. It's about time. I mean, to be fair, it's been a boys' club since the 70s. It was only with when Captain Marvel became female, really, that there was a good, strong character.
Oh, Christ, talking Captain Marvel.
What? You saw the TV series?
Have any of you watched Miss Marvel?
Yes.
No. Bad.
It's not good.
They say that you need to stick with it after the first 3 or 4 episodes because they say it starts to get a lot darker. But it's just, it's like, to me, it's aimed at teenagers. You know, that teenage angst kind of style. But they say do stick with it because apparently it does start to get very, very dark. But the first 3 episodes, I'm like, eh.
It doesn't help. It's the tubby, unpopular girl. It's almost like you know those angst movies back in the 90s where the school joke turns into the prom queen.
Carrie.
Yeah. Well, no, she's all that and things, you know. But I've only seen the first 4, and to be honest, I'm not really that keen to see the rest.
No, I'm certainly not. Don't get me wrong, I think I'll probably end up bloody watching them anyway, but it's like, I think it's one of those ones that, well, what they're actually saying now is it's the worst ratings of any MCU TV series yet.
Really?
Give the 3rd series of Superman and Lois a chance. Oh, did they cock up?
I haven't watched that either.
No, I am.
The issue is, and I don't have to give away any plot points, the issue is they said it was set in the Arrowverse. So that would have brought in Green Arrow, Flash, Supergirl, all the rest of it. Well, they've contradicted themselves, so it was not good. There has been a massive backlash from the fan base with a lot of people saying, that's it, I'm done with it.
That bad?
Well, they've invested 2 years and did not get the payoff that they were expecting.
Wow, that is bad.
Well, you know what us geeks are like.
See, I think Superman and same with Batman. I think they've overdone them. There are
Yeah, but
other superheroes out there that has never. They're just
Yeah.
remaking and remaking and remaking and remaking them.
You
It's
gotta
like
remember-
with Somerville and all that, like trying to turn it into a teen thing.
What, Smallville?
Yeah, Smallville and all that shit.
Yeah, but there was a lot of stories that weren't being picked up on, and the only Superman you'd seen on screen prior to that was the adult version. There was a lot about Superboy and stuff, you know. And it was a nice nod because it was able to bring in the different characters as well, you know. There we are. DC massively cocked up by destroying the multiverse, so technically anything DC has to be set in the Arrowverse now. Interesting, that one, Up. That's a very interesting point, but I don't want to say too much more because it will spoil what they actually did, which is a massive spoiler, and I'm not doing that. Yeah, it's a weird one. I mean, think about it. Batman and Superman were only a couple of decades away from them having been around for the last 100 years. Because what was Batman? 38, and Superman was.
Well,
late
Superman was the
40s.
first ever, wasn't he?
Was he? Let's see. Hold on.
I
If you
always
could
thought
Google through that.
I'm sure Superman was the first superhero.
I thought Batman had been...
Batman was 1939.
Yeah,
39.
39. And Superman was later.
Was it? I thought it was earlier. But Batman
Superman.
technically isn't a superhero.
Superman was 38.
Oh, well, there we go. So it was a year earlier.
But
So
technically,
if you-
Batman's not a superhero.
No.
He's a
No,
rich
Batman-
kid with gadgets.
Yeah, but well, Batman initially was basically a detective series, wasn't it?
So there we go. So, I mean, there's what? There's roughly 15 years until they've been around for 100 years.
Yeah.
That's a scary thought, isn't it?
It is when you think about it.
Yeah, and you would think by now Superman would realise he needs to put his pants on underneath his fucking suit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you think by now people would have spotted the glasses.
Trust me, I'm not taking them off.
do, 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 do.
Superman. Clark Kent. Superman. Clark Kent.
Well, that's
Hey, you know,
Superman.
he's fucked now though, isn't he? Because he can't change in the bloody phone booths anymore because there isn't any.
Yeah.
How do you change in a mobile phone?
True. Fee. Oh, I love you. The Phantom.
Really? 1936?
Now that was a rip-off of Tarzan. There was some heavy storyline.
Wait a minute. That was that the TV? Sorry, they made the film of that. Is that the one I'm thinking about with Billy Zane in it?
That's the one.
Is that the one? Yeah.
But that was sort of boy's own story set in the jungle. I'm intrigued now.
So when did Wonder Woman come in then?
Wonder Woman was until the 50s, I think. And you know how she started off?
Yeah, fetish.
Yeah, bondage. Phantom's 90.
I like it, Faxi. Betty, Superman gets changed now in an internet cafe.
There you go.
That's excellent.
Yeah, but Buck Rogers wasn't a superhero, though, were he? He was a time traveller.
No,
Who?
but Rogers was originally a superhero. Well, he was an adventurer, and he actually was a astronaut rather than a time traveller.
Yeah, but he froze and...
No, that was the 80s reboot.
No, so?
the original Buster Crab, he flew through a wormhole, didn't he?
Buck Rogers. I wouldn't
That
say
is-
Buck Rogers was a superhero, though.
There's one of the TV series actually on Amazon Prime.
What, the original?
The original with Larry Buster Crab.
They're ace then. We've got the full box set.
I just love the rockets. The firework one.
Yeah, I bought Jam the box set donkey's years back.
Yeah, but Flash Gordon, they look like Willies. They do look like
They
Willies.
did. I did, man. Yeah.
But Buck Rogers was basically Flash Gordon.
It was, to be fair. It was a very similar idea. I mean, and I'm sure Flash Gordon was heavily influenced by the Princess of Mars by Edgar Rice Burroughs. He's going through a wormhole, a perversion or a crime.
Depends on which state you live in, I guess.
You don't want to do it in Texas. What's the comic?
You said there was another comic book character the comics I used to read when I was a kid. Doc Savage.
1936. That was the syndicated to the papers, the Phantom.
Really?
So it was 2 years earlier.
Orion's just said about John Carter.
Yeah, John Carter. That's the Princess of Mars I was on about.
Yeah.
Edgar Rice Burroughs.
Hey mate, that was actually mentioned in something I watched the other day, and for the life of me, I can't remember what the hell it was. Oh, tell you, I think what it was. It was Lovecraft Country.
Yeah.
The TV series, and it was mentioned in that because he was actually reading the book, and he mentioned the character.
1933, Doc Savage.
That's one of Larry Buster Crab's fucking spacecraft.
No, it's some tosser in a.
Yeah, 1933.
Rice.
Doc Savage. Jesus Christ! Wait a minute. I'm just having a flashback here. Was it Ron Eli? He played Tarzan, didn't he?
He played Doc Savage as well.
He played Doc Savage as well. I thought that.
It was a very camp 60s movie, Doc Savage, the Man of Bronze.
That's right, yeah. But I can remember the opening scene where they tried to shoot him through the window, but the am I right in saying this? It was bulletproof glass and it was off by a couple inches or some shit like that.
Yep.
Craig says it sounds like a bowel movement.
It did, didn't it?
No, it's our Fast and Furious contingent that think a crossover with the Tin Can.
The thing is, I mean, I can remember being a kid and getting the very first Star Wars comic way back 1977, 78.
I remember getting the first Star-Lord, which then
the thing is,
amalgamated with 2000 AD.
The thing is that you think to yourself, if I'd have kept the kind of comics back for a child, would they be worth an absolute fortune these days?
If they were in mint condition, yeah.
Because I had the original first edition of 2000 AD, because I was hooked on that.
So did I know. I had every annual as well, 2000 AD annual. And
the Amazing Spider-Man as well.
Somewhere I've got one of the original X-Men, and I'll be damned if I can find it.
The only comics I've got now are my Hellraiser comics, my Nightbreed comics, and a couple of Bluntman and Chronic. They're the only comics I've got left.
I'm just about to...
The only ones I've got left is Penthouse, Mayfair, Fiesta, and Reader's Wives. Crash Corrigan in the Undersea Kingdom.
You know which comic character that was later adopted through Marvel is earlier than all of these that we've mentioned? Conan the Barbarian.
Go on then, how old's that?
1932.
Conan the Barbarian's 1932.
Written by Robert E. Howard.
Oh, I thought that was Arthur Conan the Barbarian Doyle that wrote Sherlock Holmes.
No, Robert E. Howard.
Bloody hell.
My God. See, but I mean, when you think back to it, before Marvel and DC, comics were all like British. What was the little ones that you used to get? The war stories.
Oh God, yeah.
British, was it British Bulldogs, something like that?
I know the one. No,
No.
Commando.
Commando.
yeah, Commando comic. Yeah.
God, now we're going back. Anybody over younger than a certain age, just talk amongst yourselves. Johnny Weissmuller was the best Tarzan. Oh, I'd go with Ron Eli, to be honest. I personally think they make it up as they go along. Who's that? Hold on.
I'm interested in this Undersea Kingdom now.
I didn't realise that was an actual character.
They used to have Victor as well.
Victory.
Yeah.
Victory. That was it, yeah.
And then there was that football one. What was that? Summit Rangers.
Roy the Rovers.
Yeah, Roy the Rovers, that's it.
And the Browns. Or Willie. I remember.
Doc Savage is listed as considered the first superhero.
Really?
Yeah, Dave, I think we are showing we're age, to be honest. Wow.
Dandy and the Beano, they were always two classics as well. The Bash Street Kids.
Oh, yeah, Bash Street Kids.
Elric and Melnibourne. Michael Moorcock. Part of the Eternal Champions series.
I used to like Billy the Wiz.
Billy the Wiz. That's got a whole new connotation.
It does nowadays, doesn't it?
Johnny Weissmuller did something no one ever attempted again, dove off the Brooklyn Bridge in Tarzan Goes to New York.
Johnny Weissmuller was a Tarzan Cole, wasn't he? He was the first one to ever do that, and it's been repeated ever since.
Oh, Mr. Anderson, that Peacemaker series.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, I don't know whether it's serious or a piss take.
What was that?
Honestly.
I was. It was all right. I love the opening sequence, the dance sequence at the start. It was hilarious. But yeah, it's I'm not all that keen on John Cena, to be perfectly honest.
Evening, John. Messy's laughing.
God, I can remember that when ITV were on strike.
Yeah, but you got some cracking films on because they dug out some real bits and pieces that you hadn't seen in years. I mean, do you remember the Magnificent Men in their flying machines? They used to show that on a regular basis. When was the last time that was on telly?
I can't remember.
You couldn't have said that when we were 20, 30, could you? Because it was on nearly every other bloody Sunday.
Well, the same way you Mary Poppins and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, that.
Yeah, you used to toss a coin at Christmas, didn't you, the week before Christmas to see what shit you were getting on Christmas Day?
Yeah, I mean, that were a Christmas staple, that.
Sound of Music as well.
Yeah, Sound of Music, Bread Knobs and Broomsticks.
Oh, God damn.
Great Escape.
Oh, yeah, can't forget The Great Escape.
You used to enjoy The Great Escape.
What was the football one? What was that? Escape to Victory.
Yeah.
Yeah. Escape
that was
to
with
Victory.
Pelly in it, wasn't it?
And then The Guns of Navarone.
Dirty Dozen.
Bridge over River Kwai.
Oh, no, it's Colonel Bogey, isn't it?
Oh, what's that other one? Papillon, where he shoves the watch up his arse. Papillon.
Never wore a time.
Dustin Hoffman.
Oh,
The original one's brilliant. The remake one is actually quite good.
I haven't seen the remake, but the original one.
With Rami Malek. Rami Malek, yeah.
That reminds me with the remake bit. Amazon Prime at the minute have remade the Odessa File, and the guy they've got playing Harry Palmer is brilliant.
Oh, I tell you what, I'll get downloaded and I haven't watched it yet. Monkey.
I haven't watched it yet.
Just what we were talking about the other week there.
You can't beat Monkey. Even if you don't watch the show, look up the opening titles for Peacemaker on YouTube.
The opening titles, that dance, that
unreal.
Hi, John.
It's absolutely mental. I mean, I find it weird, yeah. When we were kids, sort of Monkey and Spider-Man, the original 70s TV series and all the rest of it, that was viewed for kids. It wasn't primetime adult entertainment. The Bionic Man only just sort of slipped into that, didn't it?
And the Bionic Woman.
No, he slipped into it. No, sorry, that's sorry.
Stop that.
Oh, Wonder Woman, though. She was gorgeous.
The water margin. That was 10 times better than Wonder Woman.
No.
Yes.
No, I don't know. There was just something about Linda Carter.
Yeah, there was just
two
something
things about
that
Linda
girl.
Carter.
No, it was actually three. She'd actually a nice butt as well. But saying that though, when you actually saw her for the back, it looked as if she was wearing padding on her backside.
She probably was. But do you remember Sheena?
Oh, Sheena, Princess of the Jungle or something, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, who was that? That was. Oh,
Her out of Charlie's Angels.
Blonde hair. Oh shit! What was her name now?
Not Farrah Fawcett.
No.
No, she was one of the later Charlie's Angels. Tanya Roberts.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Let's just check. Yeah, Tanya Roberts. Who's unfortunate. I'm sure I saw she's died recently. But Gina Lee Nolan played her as well. But Sheena has been raised by Carly for roughly 20 years in an African village with no electricity and little, if any, contact with Western civilization.
Next, you'll be saying Man from Atlantis.
I loved Man from Atlantis.
I'm sure it was the same people that wrote The Hulk as well.
Yeah, Tanya Roberts died 2021. That's it.
She couldn't have been that old, surely.
71.
Was she? Bloody hell.
We're old farts, mate.
Yeah, you start realising it when you start talking about things like this.
It was something I read the other day. Remember Shannon Doherty?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She's basically said goodbye to her family and friends.
Oh, bless.
She's she's not got long to go.
Bloody hell. Dactari.
Clarence the cross-eyed lion.
We were walking past one of the many charity shops in Retford and there was a Dactari annual from the 70s in the window. Oh, Man from Atlantis was a classic.
Oh, yeah.
How many 70s kids nearly died at the bottom of the municipal baths? I've seen it on the telly.
That's how you swim. Bloody brilliant. Those are the days when Saturday tea time viewing was really good.
But like water margin now, there is no way they would ever put that back on. Because of the... any of you interested in the possible reboot of the Spawn film? Been in development for a few years. But
Yeah, I've read that. It was supposed to... Was it Michael... No, wait a minute. Was it Michael Jordan that they were talking about doing... Coming
Really?
back on? I'm sure it was, yeah.
Land of the Giants.
Oh God,
I
yeah.
used to watch that. That was fantastic.
And the Time Tunnel. The Time Tunnel was a cracker as well. In fact, Man in a Suitcase has got to be in there as well because they're all from around that era, along with the Invaders.
Yeah. You remember David Carradine in Kung Fu?
Yeah, I used to love that.
I never realised that should have been Bruce Lee. Apparently,
Really?
Bruce Lee went to the studio with the idea for Kung Fu.
Hmm.
And he was selling it and selling it and selling it. And the next thing you know, Carradine got it because he was mates with the producer.
But Carradine was a student he has at one point, was he not?
Allegedly. I'm not sure, but I think so.
It was still good.
I can remember the bit where they walked on the rice paper and it didn't stick to his feet. I did that with toilet roll. Fucking stuck to my feet.
It was where they picked up the pots full of burning ashes. And
Yeah, they left
branded
the dragons.
Oh, Cameron Diaz is coming out of retirement.
Yeah, I read that as well.
Grizz, you sexy beast.
Oh,
How's your stomach?
Yeah. After the stuff that you put in it. Oof.
Think about it. I mean, there was some great 1970s shows out there.
Full Guy. I used to like Full Guy.
Yeah.
I wanted his pickup truck.
The original Invisible Man with
Yeah, him from Mission Impossible.
David
McCallum.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
That was excellent. And then they rebooted it with that 90s one with the cybernetic implant, the thief. That wasn't the same.
I remember watching SWAT late at night as well.
What was it? Oz. That's the one I remember from the 80s. You know, the men's prison. That was brilliant watching, that was.
Not seen that one.
Basically, it was a prison that ran itself. But, oh, man, there was some fantastic storytelling in that.
Do you know something, Stuart? I like Logan's Run, the TV series.
I loved Logan's Run, the TV
I must
series.
have enjoyed that as well, Logan's Run.
And The Man from U.N.C.L.E., that was a classic.
Well, I mean, okay.
Napoleon Solo.
I can know there was David McCallum yet again.
Sapphire and Steel.
Oh, I used to love Sapphire and Steel.
That's available on the BritBox channel on Prisoner Cell Block H.
You used to send
I
me
never watched that.
roses.
That's something I never ever watched.
I'll tell you, it was actually pretty good.
No, I never. I've seen episodes, but I never was a. I was more of a Bad Girls when that first started.
I can remember sitting glued to the TV watching Chips.
Oh
No.
yeah,
No.
California
No.
Highway Patrol with John and Ponch. Oh yeah.
yeah.
It was shit.
Chips will be back after the break.
Cat's Eyes. Oh, that was brilliant.
Yeah, and Dempsey Makepeace were really good.
See, I used to like Shoestring as well. And Hazel. The British
Oh, I'm
Private
glad someone
Eyes.
else remembers the Zippo lighter one on Tales of the Unexpected.
Oh, Tenko. God, that's going back.
The Zippo later one, is that the one with the thing to light it so many times?
Yeah, he had to light it so many
Yeah,
times,
yeah,
and
yeah.
his wife stopped him. He always wins, you know. Sorry, spoiler alert.
Well, I don't think that's one of the only episodes I ever remember.
But there was two versions of Tales of the Unexpected. There was the Roald Dahl Tales of the Unexpected, and then there was just Tales of the Unexpected, and it was the Roald Dahl ones that were the best ones.
Oh, Quincy. I used to love Quincy. Jack Klugman. That was brilliant. How did somebody so old and gnarled always seem to pull the ladies? That's what I could never work.
My
'Cause it
dad
was
were
in
a big fan of the Rockford Files.
Never got on with the Rockford Files.
Yeah, but it had a good theme tune.
So did the Equalizer.
Oh, the Equalizer, wee wah woo woo.
Wood. Mr.
Can't beat the
Mullen.
Professionals. Hey,
Wow.
Vicky. And I used to love Taxi. Taxi was
Taxi.
brilliant.
Oh, what was her name with the red hair?
Marilu Henner.
Oh.
Yeah, Marilu Henner. My name is Lidke Kravitz.
No, I never got on with Murder, She Wrote.
Midnight Caller was excellent.
Yeah, that were good.
No, I used to enjoy watching the New Avengers.
Mm.
Due South. Oh, I love that. That was the Canadian Mountie one. Where the Mountie ended up in Seattle. Moonlighting, I have that on my watch list. We have been dipping in and out of Maddie and David's romance. It's fabulous.
Was it Grizzly Adams, him that used to live up there with Bear?
Yes,
I used
It was
to
like-
watching that.
he was like a macho version of the Waltons, wasn't he? Everything was bloody moral.
He died not that long ago. Dan Hegarty.
Did he?
Every stop I make a new friend. Don't turn around, I'm gone again. Maybe tomorrow I'm gonna settle down. Until tomorrow gets on moving on.
I used to hate the Littlest Hobo.
It was Ace the Littlest Hobo.
No. In fact, that was normally a bad afternoon for me, Wednesday, because I used to get back from school. We'd have to watch the Sullivans because the woman who used to babysit watched that. And then her kids loved the Littlest Hobo, and I fucking hated it.
He was a lovely dog. He wasn't as soppy as Lassie.
Oh, Lassie, at least you got to laugh at the cripple kid that had fallen down the well. I mean, come on.
One I couldn't get on with was Black Beauty, but I did like the theme tune.
The only thing about Black Beauty that sticks in my memory is the scene from The Goodies where you've got Tony Blackburn running through the field and they shoot him to the theme of Black Beauty. Streets of San Francisco. Oh, there was a Rent a Ghost. I was waiting for that one.
Rent a Ghost, can't beat that one.
Super Gran as well, with the Billy Connolly theme tune. That was brilliant.
And talking about goodies, gonna have to mention Banana Man.
Eric.
Eric.
That was perfect voicing there, wasn't it?
Oh
it was
God,
like,
yeah.
like Kenneth Williams as Willow the Wisp.
Oh, I loved Willow the Wisp. Oh, now you're really into my childhood now. I'm talking about San Francisco, Hill Street Blues.
Yeah.
Another good theme tune as well.
Now, High Chaparral. Do you remember that?
I don't.
High Chaparral.
I get mixed up because there was two of them. There was High Chaparral and then Bonanza.
Bonanza,
I
yeah.
always seem to get mixed up with the two.
Bonanza had the burning maps,
That's right.
and High Chaparral had like the wood-cut prints.
Because one
Cowboys.
Bonanza, the guy that was in Battlestar Galactica.
Lorne
Yes.
Green. Little Joe was
Michael,
from Little House on the Prairie.
yeah, who wasn't as clean cut as he made out by all
No, and
accounts.
that. Wait a minute. Dan Blocker.
That's Hoss.
Boss. Fucking hell. This is a trip down memory lane, isn't it?
Yeah, we've gone from
Fraggle Rock.
superheroes down to memory lane.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, Follyfoot.
Follyfoot. Yes, I
With
remember that.
my namesake as the star. Follyfoot. Steve Hodson was one of the stars of that.
Was it?
Did he like Back to the Future?
No.
I bet it did. I bet he
18
liked
an
all
hour.
three.
God, Airwolf. I still like Airwolf.
And then they brought out that fucking shit one with the truck, didn't they? It was Rolling Thunder.
Yeah.
Was it Roy Schneider was
No,
he,
that was Blue Thunder.
was it Blue Thunder?
Another helicopter, yeah.
Yeah, but there was one. They did one with a truck, did they not?
No, that was Goliath in Knight Rider.
No, there was one. I'm sure that
Rolling Thunder was the one with the powerboat set down in Miami Keys.
Yeah, Street Hawk was the motorbike, wasn't it?
Yeah. Blue Thunder was the other helicopter. The original film was Roy Schneider. And then they got another big name for the TV series. It seemed like Betty was humming the Irish version of Airwolf then.
all right, you better get into this fucking helicopter, do you know?
God, Street
What you
Hawk
guys can't see, he's doing the Flatley dance while he's humming it.
I was doing that earlier on because I thought it was going to shit.
Sequest DSV, a classic, right up into the second series.
I never got on with Sequest.
The helicopter from Airwolf ended up as an air ambulance in Germany until they crashed it. MASH was brilliant.
Oh,
Yeah.
MASH was a classic. Still is.
The Dustbin Men. Is that the one with the big character that kept on going, good lad, me? Oh,
I can't remember that one.
brilliant. Thunder in Paradise, that's the one I was thinking of. Thank you, Craig, you're a diamond. Because that had Hulk Hogan in it. Thunder in Paradise. MASH, I mean, for me, MASH, it's the theme tune. Suicide is Painless. Jag was good. It was good. NCIS is better. Strange how the spin-offs completely outgrown the original series.
You remember Vegas?
No, I don't remember that
With
one.
Robert Ulrich as Dan Tanner. Played a kind of private detective.
I remember Dan Tanner. I didn't realise it was out of a series called Vegas.
Yeah, I'm sure it was Vegas because he drove a red Thunderbird. And he used to drive the Thunderbird. The garage was opened up and he'd drive his red Thunderbird in. It was actually part of his house, well, his apartment, whatever the fuck it was. Because he used to have a push bike up on the wall as well.
Do you remember one called Desperado? It was shown on Time Tees at around midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. It was a cop that got framed for the murder, and he ended up on the run. It was very similar to what's the other one? There was a load of them. I think it's the Mimic or Impressionist or something like that. But it was a guy that could literally just watch somebody do something and absorb the skills.
All right.
It was a hell of a series.
El Dorado.
No, not if we're talking that Spanish version of EastEnders. No.
I remember my mum and dad used to watch Duty Free.
Oh God, Duty Free.
Oh, that were bad. That was so bad.
Watched that.
Went fuzzy there. Cameos in NCIS. That didn't last. Bloody hell. The Love Boat.
Ooh.
That's a Saturday afternoon cheesy happiness. That was reminding me of Fantasy Island. But they were very moralistic stories, weren't they?
Can you remember Riley the Ace of Spies?
Yes.
That
The
was
Gentleman's Spy.
that was good.
Alec Guinness, no.
No, it was Sam Neill.
Didn't the BBC do Raffles as well?
Yes.
And another good one was The Singing Detective.
Oh, that should be on BBC Four soon.
Mm.
Yes, the Michael Gambon.
Yeah, that was absolutely fantastic, that.
And what was the other one I was thinking on the other day? Oh, Duchess of Duke Street.
Don't remember that one.
That was the one set in the Victorian era. She was a female, a lone woman running a hotel in London. It was all very cut and thrust, but it was on just before Tom Baker's Doctor Who on.
Did you ever notice it seemed to be a lot of kind of TV, British TV series in the 70s were all kind of like period drama type things.
Mm.
Whereas all the American stuff was just all
Gritty.
Gung-ho, gritty, let's shoot everybody in sight thing.
Gary, don't mention Crossroads. No.
Hello there, Miss Diane.
Shuey McPhee, the chef.
Yeah.
God almighty.
Graham Danger UXP, that was used to be good. I used to enjoy watching that.
That was
I've
good.
never seen the remake of The Singing Detective. They made a film. I didn't even know they'd done that.
It was cack.
Mm.
It was cack. Apple Plus are doing a reboot of Fraggle Rock. No.
Yeah, I heard that and all, yeah.
No.
It's got to have Fulton Mackay as the lighthouse keeper.
Why can't they just leave some stuff alone?
Well, let's get back to what I said earlier. There's classic stuff you just shouldn't touch.
Mm.
But then again, are they running out of ideas that they need to start digging stuff up for the past? Because
Yeah, but look when they did the animated version of Thunderbirds. Completely killed it.
It wasn't the same.
look
No.
when they made the movie, that fucking killed it.
Well, yeah,
I mean,
true.
the thing is, though, why change the classic design of Thunderbird 2? Why change it? What needed to be changed?
I knew he'd get ranty. No, Dave, no. Just no.
What I am surprised they've not done a Space 1999.
I am surprised, but it still wouldn't have that feel.
Oh no, I totally would lose the feel, but I'm surprised they've not done it. And talking about weird things and like that, you know the Peter Cushing Doctor Who's?
Yes, there was a third one.
They're releasing the 4K versions of the two films.
Apparently, because they were looking at the first two, they were doing some digging, and apparently, do you remember a book called Night of the Crabs?
No.
Which is basically it was a fairly schlock horror paperback where a town gets attacked by giant crabs, and they were going to drop Doctor Who's character into that storyline for the third one. But they've done worse.
They go to the doctors with that. Can I get some cream for that? No, you're a fucking fish and roll.
Oh, you know how to cure it, don't you?
Salt and vinegar.
No. Vodka and sand. They get pissed and throw rock fights.
Stop it. Evening, Matt.
Hi, Matt.
Right, anyway, we better be thinking
God.
about floofing. For it is 10 to the hour. And the boys are getting warmed up.
You can tell.
You can. They're here. I can't believe you threw Cheers in, Vic. Watch your
Cheers.
mouth out.
Never watched it.
It was cack.
That's the one where they were at that pub, isn't it?
Yeah. The bar in Boston.
Mm.
It's the one that gave us Frasier.
Did
That
it?
was a spin-off from Cheers.
I didn't know that.
Mork and Mindy. Nano.
No,
Shag-
Shags Bags.
Fly!
Most of that was ad-libbed, probably because Robin Williams was off his tits.
Because it was about Floof the boss.
A flew.
I've got Adam, the bigger. Yes, if you get a chance, or it is your want, join the lads over at the UKVS at 9 o'clock. Just tell them we sent you.
If not, go and watch half the stuff that we've been talking about this evening, because I certainly am.
I'm definitely trying to find the Danger UXB. I'm sure I've spotted
that was a brilliant film.
I dug out from the charity shop Life on Mars, both season 1 and 2.
I found both seasons and all 3 of Ashes to Ashes. My collection is complete.
I've got season 1. I paid £4.50 for them each.
I've only just recently watched them.
I paid £3 for the whole series.
That's even better.
Oh, you got CEX has got some ridiculous offers on at the minute. If you love your old box sets, it's worth going down there.
I'm just happy I've got my Life on Mars. I am so happy that I've got that. I've been after it for ages.
There's just some classic lines in that. Thou shalt not get sucked up by Rent Boy.
Fire up the Quattro.
Look after me car. If anything happens to it, I'm going to come back and stamp on all your toys.
Yeah, MASH, that won't be cheap. You're best off looking in your CXs.
That ran for, was it nearly 20 bloody years that ran for?
Yeah. It's huge. But I mean, I got all the Fireflies, £2.50 for the whole first series.
Well, the one and only series.
The one and only series. But
there's one that they're talking about rebooting.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Nathan Fillion coming back. Fillion? Yeah. Coming back.
Whether it would be the same without Wheeldon. Because he's persona non grata, isn't he?
Yes, he is, isn't he? Yes.
Well, they keep on hinting about doing Farscape again.
No, leave Farscape alone. That was a thing of its time.
I enjoyed Farscape.
I loved Farscape.
It was the only sci-fi show that used to be on about 6 o'clock in the evening where they actually swore, but nobody knew they were swearing.
You're not kidding. Right. Oh, Mr. Porter, are you going to bid your...
And a little bit of trivia about Farscape. Remember she played what was the name of the blue female?
Zan.
Yeah. She was one of the warrior women in Mad Max.
Yeah,
2.
she was. Yeah.
Ooh.
Was it Thunderdome she were in?
No, second one.
Second one.
Yeah.
Oh, the one at the oil refinery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she was the one with the either the bow and arrow or the crossbow.
Yeah, I remember her being in
it. Yeah. Anywho. Goodbye time.
It is.
Guys, thanks so much for joining us. This show went a little bit kind of off kilter a little bit, all because of Mr. Hodgson's hatred of a said movie.
Marty.
Don't.
So, yeah, come and join us again next week for more of the same.
A lot more of the same.
But I mean, the thing is, if it wasn't for you guys joining in on this, it gives us more of an insight to how you guys think as well, because we're all, majority of us are all the same, roughly about the same age. We've watched all the same programs, but there's programs and things like that out there that we haven't, or we can't remember, although we've watched them. But you guys you trigger those memories, and thanks very much for that. We really do appreciate it.
Yeah, we need as much memory triggering as possible these days.
Yeah, because the old memory banks are starting to fade a little bit these days. So yeah, as I say, come and join us again next week for more of the same, and let's see where next week leads us. Mark and Steve, thanks very much. I thoroughly enjoyed this tonight, and again, I'm going to go and see if I can download some of these TV series because I'm really looking forward to watching them again. Fingers crossed.
You're not kidding.
Matt's turned around and said, if it wasn't for us, you would have to talk to BFG.
Well, unfortunately, Matt, BFG was nearly sent to Coventry after his fucking remark from last Saturday. But anyhow, that was at the start of the show.
He's redeemed himself. He
I
has
like
redeemed.
Coventry.
He has. We'll let him off this time. Mr. Hodgson, you say your goodbye.
You forget I'm antisocial. I don't give a fuck if nobody talks to me. Right?
Yeah,
I'm
you
quite
do.
happy.
You do.
Hey, Virginia Hay, that was on there.
Chat, thank you for joining us and pottering down memory lane. Some fantastic stuff that I'd forgotten so much. And Danger UXB was one that was on late at night on Time Tees as well in my student years. What was the other one that had Paint It Black as a theme tune set in Vietnam? It was an absolutely brilliant cover of Paint It Black. I wish I could remember the name of it. I'll have to have a look for next week.
Mm-hmm.
But for those on the replay, thank you for joining us after we were live. Bless you. There are tablets available. For those that are planning on joining us next week, same. And I shall hand you over to the gaffer, the man with the mostest, the voice of bedtime, Mr. SoulOhm.
Guys, thank you very much for a lovely evening. I have thoroughly enjoyed it, totally. Guys in chat, thank you so much for joining in as well. You are awesome. And don't forget, you can catch me on the Savs tomorrow at 10 o'clock, I believe it's on. So if you want to see a bit more SoulOhm, go and check out the Savs tomorrow night, which I'm right looking forward to. So go over and give my love to Vic and the gang, and little bro and all them, all that. And they'll be there in about 2 minutes' time. So from us guys, have a wonderful weekend. Have a fantastic week. We'll see you back here for the same shiznies as we've been doing tonight. So from all of us, bye!
Bye! Graham, thank you. Tour of Duty. That's what I'd be that was damn good.
Yeah, I don't remember that one.
TV series like Full Metal Jacket, very similar to it.
And we're clear.